What's chronomedicine dealing with?
A tiny region of our brain's hypothalamus, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN, holds an internal biological clock, or master clock, that controls our biological rhythms in coordination with peripheral clocks located throughout our whole body. Continuously, signals from the environment, called Zeitgebers, are incorporated in training or synchronizing our rhythms. Zeitgeber, a German word translated for time giver, refers to environmental cues such as light versus darkness, differences in temperature, food availability, or social interactions. Altogether, they contribute to the manifestation of our circadian rhythms, lasting about 24 hours. Here's a person sleeping, with a laptop at bedside, and maybe some medication neither helped her to get a good night's sleep, added to the fact that she'll definitely need an alarm clock to wake up, since we'll still be sleeping at daytime, because her built-in clock is damaged and her daily rhythm is altered. The circadian disruption monster emerges. Unfortunately, these alterations are associated to increased incidence of a laundry list of diseases such as cancer, metabolic alterations, neurodegeneration, and premature aging. Now, around 1/3 of the adult population has some sort of sleep disorder. It may be due to sleep deprivation in long-term shift or night workers, whom get light at night when it's normally dark. It's also an issue when traveling through time zones, and because long-term alterations increase the incidence of disease, targeting the circadian clock or clockwork machinery controlling our circadian rhythms may lead to new therapies to treat these diseases. In our teaching program to medical students, I run an elective that deals on chronomedicine, including a workshop that provides an experimental setup for students to assess whether the conditions of night shift personnel are adequately healthy. Students go through anonymous questionnaires answered by night shift nurses from local hospitals. Two types of questions are analyzed. One is the classical Horner-Osberg questionnaire, which measures rate of activity and alertness in the morning compared to evening or night, asking, are you a morning lark or are you a night owl? The second one was elaborated in-house to assess nurses' healthy habits as well as other parameters, and therefore to determine the degree of adaptation to a night shift schedule. Here, students performed a cross-tabulation analysis, grouping connected questions. They award higher scores to what they consider the more appropriate answers, and so on.
Students become aware that this data could perhaps be used by hospital employers to address public health issues, specifically related to occupational safety and health. If analyzed in depth, this data may add to debating both performance of night shift staff at the workplace and care for their own health. This workshop and the elective altogether intends to serve as an example for students to be aware that both genetic and environmental factors contribute to disease. While disease can indeed initiate by the influence from the environment, such as high-fat diet, yet students learn that disruption in circadian behavior might also play an important role.